Close air support. Close air support is a very important part of ground RB, as it is also the second way to be able to make an impact on the game itself. But it also can be a detriment too. If you have too many cast planes up and not enough people on the ground, then you still lose through tickets and capture points. It's kind of a double-edged sword. It can be very good for keeping the enemy at bay, but once the enemy has control of the map because all the players are gone or are in CAS aircraft, there's not a whole lot you can really do. So you need to find a nice healthy balance when it comes to close air support and ground. But for this video, I'm going to show you how to properly play a close air support aircraft and how not to play it. When it comes to dropping bombs in a lot of these aircraft, it's mostly a learning curve. And it's going to be very difficult for me to explain when you should drop your bombs. That's usually, I can show you kind of, I can show you where or as close to when you should, but ultimately that would be up to you to make them land as close to the target as possible. But before I can do that, we're going to go into controls this time. All right, for controls, when it comes to close air support, you're going to click on the 3 bars like we did in the previous video. Click on controls. Generally, the only ones that you're going to be messing with, where is it? Rocket salvo. If you got rocket pods or a lot of rockets, you bind this key to whatever you want, and it just fires all of them as fast as possible, which peppers an area. Pretty useful for suppressing SPAA or light targets if you don't want to get too close. Air to ground, air to air, this is all top tier stuff. Don't worry about any of this. But another important one is secondary weapons. So, like on the P-51, you see in the background, I got bombs and rockets. With the secondary weapons, I can switch between the bombs and the rockets. So if I see an SPAA, I can switch to my rockets and pepper them with the rockets, or I could switch back to my bombs if I see something that's a little more juicy, and then I can drop my bombs on that target and still keep my rockets. A lot of this other stuff tends to be all top tier stuff, which will be covered in a different video once we get there. Another one, toggle engine. What toggle engine does is it allows you to turn your engine on or off when you're in a dive. So when I'm diving in on someone, or I'm about to dive in on someone, I'll oftentimes will shut my engine off so that they can't hear me. And it gives me an element of surprise. I can either shoot the machine gun or drop my bombs or whatever. At the moment I drop and I am away from the target, I click the I key, turn my engine back on, and off I go. In the first clip that you see when the video starts, that's exactly what I did. I dived in on that guy, I had my engine off so that he couldn't hear me, peppered him with the cannons. The moment I flew away, turned the engine back on, and away I go. Toggle fire extinguisher. I don't know if this is on by default, but hopefully you should have this already bound. Toggle prop feathering. No idea what this does. I think this just adjusts like the props themselves. You can adjust the angles. I've never used these. I think this is more of a simulator thing. I'm not sure if this is turned on or not. Auto control of engine. It should be off by default. Auto restrict controls near the ground. This is on by default, and I don't know why. This is by far one of the worst controls ever. I'm going to show you why in these 2 clips of what they do. Turn this off. If it's on, turn it off. It needs to be turned off. And that's pretty much the controls for close air support, at least when it comes to rank 1 through 4. Alright, now we're going to be on to the options. So you're going to click on the 3 bars at the top like we did before. I'm going to click on options, go down to air battle settings. Here it allows you to mess with your HUD, your different colors, and so forth. Default view, you can have it cockpit view, virtual cockpit, or whatever. I just keep it third person so I can see everything. Gun targeting distance. Basically, all this is on the distance, your guns will converge at a certain point. I tend to keep it at its furthest so that I can engage at further distances. But for a lot of you, 500 might be good enough, as you might need some training and get a little bit closer. Vertical targeting. Frankly, no idea what this does. Well, it's turned on or off. Doesn't make a difference. Might as well just keep it off. Bomb fuse. How long will it take for your bombs to detonate once they hit the ground? Preferably 1.5 seconds when it comes to rank 1 through 5 before you get to guided ordnance, as you're going to swoop in and get really close to the ground. So by having it a 1.5-second delay, no matter how big the bomb is, it gives you more than enough time to get away out of the blast zone so you don't end up killing yourself. Bomb series. This is mostly meant for big planes like the B-66, B-52s, B-17s and stuff. Basically allow you to drop like 12 or half your load or all of them all at once. Countermeasures, top tier stuff. I'm just going to skip past all of this because this is all top tier stuff. You have your crosshair lightings, your crosshair color, indicated airspeed. But we're going to scroll all the way down to, where is it? Empty weapon containers, automatic jettison. Should be yes. Basically, if you have rocket pods or anything big like that, it will automatically jettison these once they're empty, so that you can continue to keep your mobility and your airspeed. Ignore warnings about bad weather, aka this will automatically spawn you at the airfield by by putting this to yes. It will spawn you in the air instead, like it normally or like it's supposed to. Show missile avoidance. This is mostly for, again, top tier, but might as well turn it on. And that's pretty much it for options. There's not a whole lot that needs to be turned on or messed with down here when it comes to rank 1 through 4. I'm going to be going over close air support for rank 3 and which aircrafts you should use when it comes to rank 3 across the nations here, except for Israel, because they don't have a rank 3. So quickly for America, when it comes to rank 3, P-51s, P-47s, PBJs are also pretty damn good. Germany. I tend to use the Focke-Wulfs because I like the cannons. I like to go CAS hunting. The Does are also pretty good if you want to use them, but preferably I tend to stick with the Focke-Wulfs, as these tend to shred everything. Those cannons are just eat wings. Russia, Yak 9K, PE8. If you want to use the others, go for it, but generally these two. Britain, Lancaster. That's it. That's all you'll need. Japan doesn't have anything, so fighters, I guess. China, P-51, P-47. Italy, P-47, P-51. Well, I'm sorry. G-55 and P-47. France, I don't know. Pick whatever you want. I just tend to use the P-47. Sweden, B-18s and P-51s. And that's really about it when it comes to rank 3 close air support aircraft. In the next section, I'm going to quickly go over and in test flight and show you how to appropriately approach someone if you can. Sometimes you don't have that as an option if the airspace is contested, but I'm going to show you where you should come from and how long you should stick in a dive so that you don't compress. So let's just jump over to the test flight. Now that we are in the test flight, I'm going to quickly show you on how to appropriately approach how to approach the ground targets to engage them. But before I do that, if you look at the up here, you can see how I have my bombs selected through the selection tab. So that means I will only drop my bombs and will not fire my rockets. So when it comes to dealing with ground targets, I'm going to pick these guys who are moving. I'm going to ignore him. But when I'm picking ground targets, I usually tend to go for SPA first, unless they're already being engaged or preoccupied. For example, I got these big heavy bombs, so I'm going to leave him alone for the moment. And I'm going to dump it on this poor bastard right here. When it comes to dealing with him, I tend to just like to roll over as such. Shut the engine off. Now this is going to drop both of them. And drop. Now I turn the engine back on. You don't want to stick in a dive too long, as that will cause your plane to compress and you're going to slam into the ground. Now when it comes to dealing with SPAA, like that guy right there, if he's not shooting at me and he's not paying attention, then I'll just dive in on him. Like such. And then just rocket salvo. Kill him. Go away. I don't need you right now. And then for his buddy, if he's not paying attention, gun him down if you're able to. But that's also why it's important to have your gun targeting distance set to 800 so that you can engage people from further away. So that's pretty much how you engage targets appropriately so you don't kill yourself and crash. Now I'm going to switch over to the live gameplay. Alright. Here I am in the P-51 in an actual game. And I'm going to have actual people trying to kill me. And so far, I have no... I lied. I was going to say, I have no competition, but that seems to be a... it could be a 2-engine bomber. It's a big boy. It's something big. So I'm going to drop these bombs on someone. No, it's not. I don't know, but it could be a dual-engine aircraft. I don't know. But I'm going to dump my bombs onto you, my friend, because you're just here. Sorry. Alright, time to go kill him real quick. Yeah, it's the other P-51 C. Oh, alright, well, he killed himself. Alright, cool. That's what I was talking about when it comes to compression. You have to try not to do that. Oh, look, SPA. Shotgun him. And I'm pretty sure that's the guy I damaged earlier, too, so. Alright, well, now I'm all out of ordnance. I'm going to continue to stay up in the air and act as a kind of a guard against any other close air support aircraft. Actually, never mind. This guy seems to be pretty occupied. He's got spawn protection. Never mind. Alright, he overcommitted, and he paid the price for it. He really should have pulled off. The moment he saw me turning, he should have just pulled off his attack run and started climbing again. Because he could easily just killed me. Alright, this guy is annoying. He's mad. Regain my air. Kind of just keep wiggling her a little bit, make it difficult for him to hit me. Oh, there's two of them now. That's lovely. Turn down the whip a little bit, let my engines cool down. Kind of slow. I'm hoping. I don't know what are you? You're something. I'm running out of mass pad, so I gotta pull off. There you go. I think he killed himself with the bombs. Shut my engines off so he can't hear. I don't know what you are. If I had cannons with a little bit of high explosive rounds, I could have killed him easily. But, you know, 50 kills are 50 kills. What is that? That's a house. Oh, he got me. Yeah, I was slow. But that's pretty much close air support in a nutshell. Just kind of just keep yourself alive, you know, try not to be... Oh, I can spawn another one. Look at that. Wow. We're going to do it all over again. Alright, put the bombs again. No one else up in the skies to worry about. Nope, someone else spawned in. Alright. So I'm gonna climb. But he has an advantage because he's probably a fighter. And I am not. No, he's okay. He's completely distracted. Perfect. This allows me to do my run.
Attention to the designated grid zone. Attention to the map.
Ah. If this would have connected, that would have been nice. I could have easily killed him. I don't see what you're pinging, bud. Oh, I see him now. Try to keep myself moving. Yeah, they're not happy. But too bad. Alright, I'm just gonna stay up high. Turn off my whip. It seems like I pretty much have complete control. No one else is here. There's that steering wheel. Yeah, it took out my stabilizer. That's okay. I'm still able to fly. All right. Thank God the P-51 has such fucking fat wings. Oh, if you want to know how to change maps, you can either click this or hit the N key. This will switch between the ground and air map. Shut the engine off. I don't want to turn my flaps. I mean, I could try and see what happens. Going just a little too fast to land, but fuck it. I don't have any other way of getting home. And now we're going to repair.
Repairing. The enemy controls most of the strategic zones.
I see this fighter over here. Let's see if I can get him.
We no longer have the advantage.
Drop my bombs.
On the enemy. We're winning.
Alright, well, that's a maneuver kill. Don't be afraid to drop your bombs, by the way, if you get into a fight with someone. It's just extra, you know, ditch the dead weight that you don't need. I mean, this game's pretty much over, so I'm just gonna pick a spot and... yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much close air support when it comes to the lower ranks. You're just gonna find some targets, drop your bombs on them, strafe them with your cannons, preferably. And try to keep yourself alive as long as possible. Up at top tier, that's about really until the SBA spawns. It kind of just becomes get in, drop your ordnance as fast as you can, and run away. Or if the SBA is already up at top tier, then it's stick to the deck, find it, kill it, return to base, come back. Hopefully, there's not another Panzer, but top tier sucks when it comes to close air support at the moment. And another form of close air support is helicopters, which I'm going to do another video on that one, but that shit's pretty boring. But That's pretty much close air support in a nutshell. It's not very difficult. It's just a skill that you will have to develop as you play the game. And if you actually take the time to learn how to drop the bombs appropriately, of course, every bomb behaves differently. Like 500 pounders, you need to get a lot closer than you do 1000s or 2000s, but generally, it's a skill that you will pick up as you play this and play close air support a lot. If you feel like you're staying into a dive too long, there's no harm in pulling out of a dive or an attack run, coming back and trying it again. If you're the only aircraft up in the sky, you got all the time in the world. Just take your time. So that's close air support. If you like this video, again, do all the typical YouTube garbage, like, subscribe, whatever. And the next one is going to be on helicopter close air support.